Check 1, 2. I think I memorized it. Test the monitor. Testing the monitor. Testing the yeah, okay. I think so. Once we get going, I'll give you a... Okay, the master. Hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la 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 lo, hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la 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 lo. Hedi da 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 la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la 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 lo. The words don't matter. Hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la da la lo. Hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da la da do, hi la da la lo. Hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la da la lo.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushonu b'mitzvotav v'tzivonu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you. You did great. Thank you.
Next time I'll come
Did great.
below.
Did great.
Thank you.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. It's wonderful to see all of you this evening. Let's take a moment to turn to the people around you, wish each other Shabbat Shalom. Try to say hi to someone you haven't met. So you noticed that we began our service with a different melody this evening. So with our new team of prayer leadership, we have been talking about ways in which we can create different kinds of worship experiences from time to time. You know, each week we're all in kind of different mood, different places. We need different things when we come into the synagogue. We as the prayer leaders can't pretend to know what everybody who walks in our doors needs on a given evening, and even if we could, everybody's needs are different. But what we do know is that, from time to time, some of us are feeling energetic and joyful. Some of us are feeling a little more somber and melancholy. Some of us are feeling, upbeat and and loud, and others are feeling quiet and serene. So we're trying to create services with different tones, and we're using music to do that. So the melodies that we've selected this evening together are, we were discussing kind of how best to describe it. Yeah, Stephanie likes thoughtful groove. Thoughtful groove.
That's my
Shai, what do you like? It's a thoughtful groove. All right. So tonight is a thoughtful, groovy kind of service. So just like get in, get into the groove, get into the place. We're going to sing some melodies that you know, some that are new, and we just want you to feel it. Just be in it and feel it. So we are going to turn to page 20. This song that Stephanie sang to begin, she sang it as a nigun. The song is called Lincoln's Nigun. It was composed by songwriters at the Hadar Institute. Some of you might be familiar with them. They're in New York City. And they write beautiful Jewish music. They composed this as a nigun, a wordless melody, but also in conjunction with words to Lachadodi. So we're going to return to that now. We're going to sing the nigun a little bit, and then Stephanie's going to teach us how to sing it for Lachadodi. This is Lincoln's Nigun.
Hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la 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 lo, hedi da la da la, hedi da la da 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 do, hedi da la da 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 do, hi la 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 lo. Oh, lecha dodi ligrat kala pnei Shabbat nekavela. Oh, lecha dodi ligrat kala pnei Shabbat nekavela. Shamor v'zachor v'dibor echad Hishmianu el hamyuchad u'shemo echad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem ultiferet ve'letila O lecha
If it's your custom to rise for the final verse of Lecha Dodi and greet Shabbat, I invite you to do so now.
בואי ושלום, עטרת בלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה, הולך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה, הולך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
I think that's a beautiful melody. It's got kind of a country bluegrassy feel to it. It's super cool. Thank you, Stephanie, for singing it so beautifully. On page 25, at the very bottom of the page. And so we understand that ordinary people are messengers of the Most High. They go about their tasks in holy anonymity, often even unknown to themselves. Yet if they had not been there, if they had not said what they said or did what they did, it would not be the way it is now. We would not be the way we are now. Never forget that you too yourself may be a messenger, perhaps even one whose errand extends over several lifetimes. On the opposite page, Shalom Aleichem.
Baruch Hu, Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem leshalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Page 29. Let's read together at the bottom. O God, you are as near as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will tear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. On the opposite page. Please rise if able. On page 30. Baruch ata Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chokhma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna meshane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umesader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono, bore yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Page 32.
Ahavat olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Amcha ahavta. Torah u'mitzvot, חוקים ומשפטים אותנו למדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך ולעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגה יומם ולילה, נגה יומם ולילה. והחוותך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל, אוהב עמו ישראל. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
Please be seated. Page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, וייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Together on page 37. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I, Adonai, am your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. On page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורתי לו זכותך ובניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים. זה אלינו ואמרו, זה אלינו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש.
We're going to return to something we haven't done in a little while. It's an interpretive version of the Hashkivenu, which we have learned, I think, as a community. It's called Lullaby. And this is going to be the first time that Stephanie's had the chance to sing it. We haven't done it since she started. So we'll pray that God spreads over us the shelter of peace in our time of vulnerability.
Close your eyes and I'll sing you a song, lullaby. Sleep until the dawn, the crickets serenade, echo softly in the night. The stars are on the lake and the moon is shining bright. Don't worry, I'll leave a light on in the hall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Close your eyes and listen to my song, lullaby. Sleep until the dawn. The birds are in their nest and the cows are in the barn. The covers on your bed will keep you safe and warm. Don't worry, I'll be beside you should you fall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Dragons in the sky, flying with their golden treasures. And if you catch their eye, wishes granted more than you can measure. I'll be beside you when you fall. Just go to sleep now, close your eyes. Hashkivenu Adonai.
On page 44. The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat. Observing Shabbat throughout the ages is a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat לדורותם ברית עולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם עולם. כי ששת ימין עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. יא לה 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 lie, 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 yai, lie, lie, yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 yai, lie, 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 lie.
Page 46. Please rise if you're able.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu. Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'koneh Hakol, וזוכר הסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, וחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומק נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי. יהיו לרצון אמרי פי והגיון ליבי לפניך. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי. אדוני צורי, אדוני צורי וגואלי. Go inside your heart, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it wants, what it needs, what it yearns when you breathe. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you, oh my rock, and my Redeemer.
We pray now for our loved ones, our friends, our family members, and members of our community, people here and in Israel and around the world who are struggling with illness and who need healing and peace. If you're praying for someone this evening and you'd like to share their name, I invite you to do so as my eyes meet yours. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Rochelle. Thank you, Beth. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Arlene. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Howard. Thanks, Barbara. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Gilda. May God be with all of them and bring them a renewal of body and spirit. Page 253.
Mi sheverach avotenu mekor havracha limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheverach imotenu mekor havracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Look, you know I don't even have to say anything anymore. You're trained. All right. Shabbat shalom, everybody. I have been thinking a lot in recent weeks about what I want to say. Tonight seemed to be a good time to do it. It's not particularly a sermon that I want to give, but I do feel that it is my responsibility as a community leader. Now, we all know that it's campaign season. And with the first convention beginning on Monday, I want to talk about the challenge of navigating the months and the years ahead. First, I want to validate that we have people in our congregation who support Biden, we have people in our congregation who support Trump, and we have people in our congregation who support neither. And I want to say that I, as your rabbi, love you and care about you, and I'm here for you no matter what your politics are, and no matter who you vote for. As far as I'm concerned, we are all smart, responsible adults, and we should each support whomever we think is best for the country, period. My sermon tonight is not about the candidates or their policies or anything else about them. It's about us and our well-being and the well-being of our congregational family. I begin with something we all know. There is a reasonable chance that former President Trump will be elected in November. If you like him, you'll be happy about that. If you don't like him, you'll be upset. So be it. My concern is how we in this congregation will behave toward each other during the next 4 months and over the next 4 years. I raise this because I remember how it was the last time. We all do. Whomever you support, I think we can all agree that the environment during those years was, well, tense. Almost every interaction was emotionally charged. We walked on eggshells around our colleagues, our friends, and even our family. Even when we weren't talking about politics at all, it felt like nearly every single thing in life was political. We approached every person we met with anxiety and suspicion. Are they a Trump supporter? Are they going to judge me or jump down my throat if I say the wrong thing? We were too scared to come out and ask it straight up, so we tiptoed around it ever so gingerly to try to suss them out. And then once we got a clear enough indication, we either breathed a sigh of relief and let our guard down, or we held our breath in the hope that we could make it to the end of the conversation without some kind of blow-up. Trump loomed so large in our lives that we gave him power over who we would talk to, where we would go, who would we be friends with. How many friendships and families fractured or fell apart over him? Too many. And that's on us. There's no reason he should have that power except that we gave it to him. We're the ones who brought him into our relationships and our workplaces and our synagogues. Now the country may very well elect Donald Trump again. And whether that makes you happy or upset, one thing is for sure. We all need to be kinder and more respectful to each other than we were the last time around. Because I don't want to live like that again. Do you? I don't want to feel that all-consuming angst, the combustible charge in the air like every day is a powder keg that can explode in your face with one false move. I don't want any more friendships or families to crumble. And I don't want this congregation to experience strain or stress because of who the president is. Our temple is too important to our individual and collective well-being to let that happen. So my purpose tonight is to begin preparing us to remain a strong, healthy, vibrant, caring community, regardless of who wins the election. To do that, I want to outline 10 principles I think we should live by. 10 commandments for tense political times. Commandment number 1. A person is more than who they vote for. Our sages teach that each individual human being is like a whole world, infinitely complex, mysterious, and beautiful. One of our cardinal sins in recent years has been to deny people their humanity by reducing them to a simple binary: Trump supporter or Trump opponent. Instead, we must regard every person holistically, just as we surely want them to do for us. Commandment number 2. Treat every person with dignity and respect. As the poem in our prayer book says, if there had ever been another like me, there would have been no need for me to exist. Every human being is unique and, in a cosmic sense, needed in the world. We should value and affirm every person for who they are, a beloved creature of God. This duty is absolute. It is not conditioned on their political views. Commandment number 3. Do not make everything political. In recent years, we have allowed politics to conquer nearly every sphere of life. Worse, we have made politics the primary or sole lens through which we view the world and other people. This is modern idolatry. We must remember to give politics its proper place, but not an outsized place. It is not the totality of life, and it does not underlie every human act or thought. Commandment number 4. Friendship and family are more important than politics. Ben Sirach wrote that a good friend is like a secure shelter. Whoever finds one has found a treasure. Do not ever give a politician the power to disrupt your friendships or your family dynamics. That's just dumb, and you'll regret it. Commandment number 5. Assume good intentions. Most people are good. Generally speaking, they want their families and their communities and the world to flourish, even if they think differently than we do about how to get there. My guess is that this is true of 95% or more of the people you know and will meet in your life. If we keep that in mind, we can relate to people with curiosity and interest rather than with suspicion and fear. Commandment number 6. The synagogue's mission is bigger than politics. Our temple brings together people who are committed to the core values of Judaism: Torah, which is Jewish learning; Avodah, which is spiritual practice; Gemilut Chasadim, acts of kindness; Kehillah, which is community; and Israel. These are the things that unite us and give us meaning and purpose. We do not need to agree on politics. That's not why we're here. Commandment number 7. Do not harangue people. In our parashah this week, Moses lashes out at the Israelites for their excessive complaining, and in anger, he hits the rock with his rod instead of speaking calmly. In recent years, we too have become intensely angry at people who disagree with us. And like Moses, we feel justified in excoriating them. Sometimes we verbally attack them. Other times, we're more passive-aggressive, making snide remarks in their presence. Sometimes we rail against them on Facebook. This doesn't change any minds or foster healthy conversation. It just intimidates people and makes them uncomfortable. Commandment number 8. All people deserve to have their spiritual needs met. Our congregants come to Temple Beth-El to make meaningful connections with other people, to learn, to experience God, to do good for others, and to be cared for during hard times. Everyone, regardless of their political opinions, has these spiritual needs. And they need to know that when they come here, we're going to be there for them. If any person feels like they don't have a place here because of who they voted for, if they're reluctant to come to Torah study because people make disparaging political comments, this temple will not be able to serve them well. If they feel judged by other congregants, or God forbid by the rabbi, how can we comfort them when their loved one dies? Commandment number 9. The synagogue must be a sanctuary for all people. Temple Beth-El exists to be an open and inclusive congregation committed to the full and equal participation of every member, a community that supports you in defining and being your authentic Jewish self. The synagogue needs to be a safe space for everyone who seeks refuge from the acrimony that plagues so many other spheres of life today. And finally, commandment number 10. We all live under the same sky. By approaching politics with hatred, suspicion, and purity tests, we are actively unraveling our society. What do we think we will gain from it? Do we really believe that by crushing our opponents, we will make America stronger? Not a chance. If we genuinely want our country to thrive and to live together peacefully, we must choose the path of pluralism, curiosity, human dignity, and respectful disagreement. Now, I know how some people will respond to what I'm saying. It's the same way they always react when I give a sermon like this. And the comments are always some version of this. I'm sorry, I just can't. I don't like them. They're evil. I don't want to listen to them. And this time, I will say back to them, that's not good enough anymore. It's not acceptable. Work through the discomfort. Let these 10 commandments guide you. The song Stephanie is going to sing in a moment puts it poignantly. Tell me why, under the same sky, when there's so much to unite us, do we choose to divide? And tell me how and when, if not now, do we finally come together and choose peace instead of pride? Shabbat Shalom.
Light a candle to commemorate a miracle. I use that candle to light the rest. A celebration, but this time it's not that simple. We may need a miracle yet. Do we ever find the balance between righteous and kindness? Tell me why, under the same sky, when there's so much to unite us, do we then choose to divide? And tell me how, and when, if not now, do we finally come together and choose peace instead of pride? The whole world waits while we decide. Are we asking the right questions? Tell me why, under the same sky, do we justify our worst by saying they had done it first? And tell me how, and when, if not now, do we finally come together and put differences aside? Maybe then we'll finally see that in God's eyes there are no favorites, there are no sides. There is weeping when God's children by God's teachings don't abide. Is there a point where we're too far gone? Who will fix what we have broken? Maybe this is what we're chosen for. So I, under this same sky, vow to break down any door that would put my needs over yours. I don't know how, but starting right now, I am a part of what comes next. I asked to God, what can I do? And God said, care for who is left, not who is right. There are no favorites. There are no sides. Under the same sky, there's only fear and love. We decide.
That's an incredible song, poignant and beautiful. Stephanie, you sang it with passion.
Thank you.
And we feel it. And I just wonder, who is it that wrote that song?
It was me.
Stephanie wrote that song.
Thank you. It helps me win $500.
You won a what was the competition you won?
It was the crossover star competition.
Amazing. So
Thank
thank you for sharing it with us, and it was perfect for the message tonight. I'd like to invite you now to turn to page 259 as we think about and pray for the people of Israel. And tonight on this Shabbat, we raise up the name of Liri Albag, age 18. She is a hostage. And this is the description of her, and it resonates particularly for me because she reminds me of my own child. The description of Liri Albag is, with a heart of gold, her life revolves around music and the arts. And she's 18. She's in captivity. May God bring her strength and freedom soon. On page 259, let's read together in English the prayer for the people and state of Israel. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Galo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Galo. Baruch, Baruch, et Medinot Yisrael, Rishit Tzmichat Geulatenu, Hagen Aleha be'evrot chasdecha, Ufros alena sukat shalomecha. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Galo. Avinu, Avinu, Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Galo.
We remember now our loved ones whom death has taken from this world. If it is your custom and you're comfortable doing so, I invite you to rise as you hear the name of your loved one read. On this Shabbat, we are in Shiva, the first 7 days of mourning for Rhoda Bleich and Benjamin Max Hecht. We are in Shloshim, the first 30 days of mourning for Nancy Damelin, Sheldon Daniff, Selwyn Limpert, and Robert Rosenberg. And we recall the yahrzeits of Spencer Ahmed, Fanny Feldman, Irving Feldman, Martin Goodman, Melanie Kay, Lila Redlich, Alan Rosenblum, Clifford Owen Still, Frida Schaffler, Frank Motto, and Edith Cohen. If you're remembering someone whose name was not read and you'd like to share it with us, I invite you to do so now. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. On page 294, we join in Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabah, be'alma divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei rabah mevorach le'alam ulalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yit'aleh v'yitalal shemei dekudasha barichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. V'imru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the one who makes harmony on high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. May their memories be for blessing. And we say together, amen. Please be seated. I'd like to invite our president, Jordana Levine, to come on up and share some announcements with you.
Hi, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. So, as you heard, I'm Jordana. I'm the temple president, and I'm happy to share some upcoming events of interest. So, tomorrow morning is Torah study at 9:15 a.m. If you've never been before, I had my first Torah study a few weeks ago, and I have to say it's really a wonderful experience. If you have the time, you should make it. At 10:30, there'll be a Shabbat morning service, followed by a Kiddush brunch. Upcoming special programming and events, Wednesday, July 17th from 7 to 9 p.m., our first TBE choir rehearsal with our new choir director, Dr. Pam Levy. Next Friday night, July 19th at 6:30 p.m., please join us for Erev Shabbat service with Temple Tikva at Stepping Stone Park. There'll be an ice cream truck for the Oneg. Thursday, July 25th at 7:10 p.m., we'll see the Mets versus the Braves at Citi Field. And Sunday, July 28th, 4:30 p.m., campfire, sing-along, and barbecue with Temple Tikva. As always, we'd like to take a moment to say our thank yous, of course, to Rabbi Stoller, to Stephanie, to Shai for a wonderful service, to Jason Malovsky, thank you, there you are, thank you so much. Of course, to Stu, Joy P., the entire office staff, to Joan Miller, who continually makes reminder phone calls to congregants each week. Thank you to the security staff that works here, to our maintenance staff that keep this building going. Thank you to our usher, Phil Perlman. And thanks to our Oneg bakers, Linda Diamond, Rochelle Rosenblum, Ellen Safian, Beth Schneider, Sharon Freeman, Debbie Sutton, Cheryl Silverstein, and many thanks to the Redlich family for their generous contribution to our Oneg, and the Landsberg family for their challah. Thank you.
We welcome you to join our own egg bakers at any time you are able to. We invite you to bake or to bring something and contact Joy P. in the main office. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you, Jordana. Shabbat Shalom, all. One other thing, I don't remember if this was on here. Yeah, it wasn't. On this coming Thursday, July 18th, I am going to be leading a discussion and evening of hanging out for Temple Beth-El's men. All men of all ages. It's a men's group to get together. You don't have to be a member of Brotherhood. It's more than just Brotherhood. It's for all men to get together. We're going to hang out on the rooftop, and it's called Holy Spirits. So we're going to drink some spirits if that's your thing. We're going to talk, and it should be a lovely evening. That's going to be Thursday the 18th at 7. So please join me for that. And with that, I'd like to invite you all to please rise for Kiddush.
Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kirchanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'asei v'reshit ki hu yom techila למקראי קודש זכר לציאת מצרים כי באנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת אמן. ברוך אתה אדוני Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Can't hear anybody well enough without that. That's why all these singers on the stage. Yeah, we want to hear every single instrumentalist. Yeah, how about you? That was great, thank you.
Are those things in your ears so you don't get deaf?
When I play like louder things, yes, but for here it's more so I can hear everybody well enough. Because sometimes
sometimes I don't hear every single thing. The mandolin, the guitar,
So what does it tune out then? I'm confused.
it's all, thank you so much. Always wonderful to see you. It filters out everything else. So any
So
background
when I
noise.
see an entertainer wearing those, what is it? What is it letting them hear, and what is it?
Only what they want to hear.
So
It
they
blocks
can,
everything else.
They can program it.
Sorry?
They can program it to hear what they want to hear.
Yeah, I'm communicating to Jason with Jason and
That's
telling
what
him.
I didn't understand. You program what you want to hear.
Yeah, I tell him, like, for example, I don't hear enough piano. Can you increase the piano? I hear too much of the voice. Can you lower the voice? I'm hearing.
And he listened to you today and did everything that you asked.
Well, actually, we've been working on it for the past few weeks, so today I didn't have to tell him anything. That was great.
Test 1 2. That's perfect.
Oh yeah, you can.
So when you were telling me you hear only what you want to hear, I didn't understand that. How do you do that?
Yeah, to the point that I can tell him like, well, I hear the piano in a good enough of a volume, but I hear too many high frequencies. So can you increase the low frequencies, right? So it can get to that level as well. Yeah.
No. Jason program. Those are programmed so he can hear what he wants to hear. It's not just that he puts them in his ear.
So if I'm whispering to her, you're gonna listen in, huh? If you have a mic on you and I'm asking to hear you, yes.
I said, because I have hearing aids on, that's why I said that. I used to listen to music like blasting in my car,
I can tell you, for example, tomorrow I have a gig that I'm playing.
I saw a couple of things on TV.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that one is something that I don't advertise. But
You have a gig where
in Boston, I'm just going to Boston.
Boston?
Yeah.
You driving?
Yeah, I'm gonna be driving to Boston tomorrow. But the point is, I'm playing with such a large band that without this, I mean, I've played for years without this, and that's why my hearing is shot. And so now, whenever I play these gigs, I have this on, and I make sure that the volume is quiet. So this blocks out everything else.
But how do you program that through your phone?
There's a sound guy that has a mixer, and it gives me access to my own mixer, and then I can control it.